Kiko is expected to cross into the Central Pacific this Friday. It's a strong storm, but it should back off by the time it gets into our neighborhood. Want to go right to Kamaka Pili with more on the storm. Kamaka.
That's right, Dash. We are seeing a strengthening trend and potentially yet a weakening trend to follow. There's a lot of things that will be moving and changing in the days ahead of us. The best thing to do as of right now is download that KHON2 mobile app and subscribe to those push alerts, and make sure you have your hurricane kit prepared. It's not a moment to freak out or to get any type of fearful, but again, just to make sure that we have everything ready. We have two systems in the Eastern Pacific. One is Hurricane Category 1 Lorena, which is not going to be impacting the islands. So focusing on Hurricane Kiko, which is a Category 4 hurricane. Now, these numbers and this information just recently came out for the Hurricane Center within an hour or so. The next update will be coming at 11 p.m. this evening. So what do we see lately? The current status of Kiko is continuously in a Category 4, but has strengthened in that category. We are now at 145 mile per hour sustained winds, and it continues to move in a slow fashion, single digits, 9 miles an hour towards the west. As we approach Friday into Saturday, that's the time frame when we are expecting Kiko to move from the eastern into the Central Pacific Basin, and that is officially our neck of the woods. And as of right now, looks to move into the Central Pacific as a Category 3 hurricane. And it's this time frame, these next 3 days within this 5-day forecast, which the confidence is pretty good in terms of the track and the intensity. We have light wind shear up in the higher elevations. We have warmer waters, both of those contributing to the opportunity for the system to only strengthen. Once it steps into the Central Pacific Basin, this is where the confidence starts to dwindle. So again, that's where we would ask you to keep in tune with us, because as of right now, there are elements that are helping this system to weaken. That is stronger wind shear, and those are the winds up in the higher elevations that kind of scissor action this system and break it down, flowing in an opposite direction than the winds on the surface. The second element is cooler waters. So both of those are contributing to a weakening trend, and as of right now, within the next 5 days, coming down to a Category 1 hurricane as it makes its approach. But there are some models that we can look in that will only increase that days in terms of the forecast. So we're now in 6 to 7 days. That's going to be Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, and that's when we're expecting to see some impacts from this system. Looking to continuing to weaken, but we have one Euro model that passes the track south of the islands. We have another model that moves above the islands. Both of those, though, looks to be moving directly to the island of Hawaii, so that's something to keep in mind. Now, in this particular model, we are showing similar time frame in terms of approaching Friday morning, moving into the Big Island as we get into Friday afternoon, passing south throughout the rest of Tuesday into Wednesday, and then we are going to be moving that out towards the west, allowing Thursday, Friday to bring back some more stable conditions. So as of right now, that time frame we're looking at is Tuesday and Wednesday of next month. Again, at this point, the best thing to do is make sure that we have all of our hurricane kits prepared.